So, but yeah, they had that. They had the book fair and everything else going tonight. Everything else. So, all right, let me pull out all the
Well,
chats. Hey, look.
I'm sleepers, but I'm like everyone's been talking this. Shut up. Apparently, one epic Mike did not enjoy it, or something like that.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, I've been avoiding the internet as much as possible the last couple of days, just so that way I didn't have to worry about like hearing anything about it. Well, that's one of the reasons why.
But
But
Gary seemed to apparently like it as well. I haven't had time to watch stuff. I've
no,
just been mostly wake up, do stuff, fall asleep.
no, I'm with you on that one. I am totally with you on that one. So, but yeah, we'll see we'll see what happens. I've got it pulled up and we're ready to go. I love how too they're like season 1. I'm like, no, this is season 4. I even put that in the title because this isn't season 1. This is season 4. Your showrunner already admitted that. Your actors have already admitted that. It's like, no, this is season 4. It's literally nothing more than a continuation of the Netflix series, except with like a little bit of a time jump. Like it's
Maybe
essentially
because
organic.
legal reasons we can't say season
It's,
4.
it's just Disney being bitches as fucking usual. As fucking usual. So, all right. Let's see. Where's our? Let's see if I can find. No, that. No, we're not that Sunker Lizard video. We don't want that one.
No.
No, we don't want that one. That'll definitely get us in trouble, I'd imagine.
Well, I don't know. YouTube seems to be into the furries and other degeneracy.
That's a good point. That is actually a really good point. I'd say it'd probably be perfectly okay. They probably wouldn't mind it at all. Where is our? Oh wait, that's right. It's strictly audio. That's why.
Check the lights, it's showtime now. Crowd is buzzing, hear the sound. Is it gold or just a lie? Worth a watch or pass it by? Critics talking loud and clear. Do they praise or spread the fear? Film a flop, we wanna know. Cut the bull, come join the show. Is it good as nerds we say? Will it shine or fade away? Sinking ships might pull you in. Do we lose or can we win? Scenes are rolling moment by. Answers hidden in the sky. Join the crowd and take a peek. In the common view we seek. Is it good as nerds we say? Will it shine or fade away? Sinking ships might pull you in. Do we lose or can we win? Eyes on stage and hearts on sleeve. Wondering what we'll achieve. Is it worth the precious time? In the common view we'll climb. Scenes are rolling moment by. Answers hidden in the sky. Join the crowd and take a peek. In the common view we seek. Eyes on stage and hearts on sleeve. Wondering what we'll achieve. Is it worth the precious time? In the common view we'll climb. Eyes on stage and hearts on sleeve. Wondering what
How's everybody doing tonight, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? This is just with the comment, everybody pop culture on all things ready through a common sense lens, and welcome to Is It Good? Boys and girls, our very first time of a brand new show outside of our dear sweet creature commandos. We are going to be watching and reviewing Daredevil Born Again tonight, which is one of those situations where I'm like, I'm crossing my fingers for the love of God. Please let this be good. Please let me know that Marvel has actually turned themselves around. They fired all of the activists and they actually have some talent left. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for being absent the last few days and everything else, but hey, you know what? This is what happens with kids and family and everything else. And sometimes Common Nerd needs a day off. I work 65 hours a week, so sometimes I need a day off. And I appreciate all of you guys being here tonight. And we'll get back at it as well tomorrow morning. And our dear sweet Sunker Maiden, what is going on tonight, my dear? I like the glasses. Snazzy. You're muted, sweetheart. You're still muted. Oh, no, wait, maybe that's my tab.
No, that's me.
No, that was you.
I didn't have a blind man's glasses, so I went with rose tinted instead. To go over and start this off, my opinion of Daredevil was first season was good. Second season was mostly good for the first half, then got a little bit silly, save Styx. Like, it was mostly just Elektra getting her fucking ass kicked all the time, Daredevil fighting things, and then Styx being awesome. And pretty much that. And then I don't remember seasons 3 and 4. I pretty much checked out. But what's your opinion on?
What?
Your opinion on Daredevil?
Oh, I mean, I really enjoyed it. It's one of them situations where it's like, I loved it. I think it went up to season 3. I think is what it went up to. Was season 3, and then you had the Defenders and like all of that kind of stuff afterwards. That kind of felt like a season 4 or 5 to all of that kind of stuff out there. But this is one of them situations where it's like this thing. There's been a lot of issues with this show from the very beginning. Like they were going to make it it was like the people that were in charge of She-Hulk were going to make this show. They were going to make this like a comedy law kind of bullshit, like kind of what we saw with the absolute disaster assumption fire that was She-Hulk. And then fortunately enough, all of those people got fired. Every single one of them got fired. And Kevin Feige went, oh, hell no, we're not doing this. And literally, the rumor mill said that flat out, Kevin Feige said, make it like Netflix. Is exactly what it is. And they hired the guy from The Punisher, who did The Punisher season 1, which I think some people enjoyed that. I unfortunately didn't watch it because that was also like post WandaVision. And I was kind of like completely and totally done with all things Marvel at that point because WandaVision, the ending of WandaVision pissed me off so much. So like, it was like one of them.
The child abuser kidnapper?
Yeah, quite literally. Like it went from Wanda being Wanda being the good guy to they literally made her the villain. And it was like, oh, well, we can't have a guy come in and tell her how to do things. So we're not going to have Doctor Strange or Mephisto show up. And I'm like, fuck you all. That was really garbage. That was really trash because you had an idea that was great and you decided to shit all over it because of woke. And hopefully, because Daredevil Born Again is one of those situations where obviously we did the Born Again. We actually did the Born Again storyline in season 3 on the Netflix series. So it's like we don't like the Born Again thing is just more kind of like, you know, it's Kevin Feige going, oh, look, I'm going to grab something, a reference from a comic and look, it's Born Again because we're bringing it back to the show and da-da-da. Okay, cool. Whatever. I don't fucking care. That's fine. Whatever. The choice of the name is stupid. Yeah, the choice of the name is stupid, but needless to say, it's one of those situations where I'm like, I want, like, I know a lot of people are like burnt. They are done. I don't blame them. Jim Bone, we talked about this the other day where he's like, fuck them, burn it all to the ground. Like, let Disney all just die. And trust me, there's a good part of me that wants that same feeling too. The problem is, though, is Disney owns so much. They are such a big corporation that literally, unless they decided to continue down the woke path, they were never going to be completely destroyed. And it seems like, at least from the outside and from some of the rumor mill that we've heard from the inside, they are trying to get away from that. The real question is, though, is of all the woke nonsense that they've gone through, all the diversity, inclusion, and equity, hiring, and everything that's done, is there anybody left with talent in that fucking school, in that place? And that's what Daredevil Born Again is going to show us. Is there anybody actually still left with talent inside of that company, inside of that studio? Because, hey, you can say, make it like Netflix. You can say, no more woke, all of that kind of nonsense. But do you actually still have talent left? And that's what we're going to get into tonight, boys and girls, because we got Daredevil Born Again, episode 1 and 2, which I hate that they're doing that. They're padding numbers like they always do. But needless to say, Disney is desperate, and hopefully enough, this will end up being good. So, yeah, Sunker?
One thing I did want to go over and point out with the WandaVision thing, when they made they took out Doctor Strange and they took out Mephisto, replacing with Agatha. It did the actress who played Agatha a disservice, but it also went over and did that. Like, that's such a female thing to go through. It would have actually been very human, like more relatable to Wanda if it was old men telling her what to do. That's normal. Like, that's in a lot of like big business and a lot of tech industry and a lot of all these other industries. You do have male mentors. That's just normal. And to go over and say like, well, we can't have them because it's a man. You know how many girls were jizzing all over like Benedict? Oh my god. What are you even fucking thinking? So, that was my whole thing on WandaVision. Is just like, wow, you could have had something kind of cool and you were retarded. I'm going to walk into this with an open mind, and I want to see what it is. I already had some of my gripes from the original series. I don't like the Kingpin as much. I find him a little bit too poetic versus how I expect the Kingpin to be, which is just like, I'm just gonna fucking enjoy myself and watch the world burn as I make money. Ha ha ha. Like, we don't get that kind of a Kingpin. We got a very much melodramatic Kingpin. But I hope they go back to what makes Daredevil cool. Him fighting, him having like some moral conundrums, and him fighting and being cool. If you can have him fight and be cool, that's all you need to do. Honestly. So.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. And it's one of the situations where, and like I said, I have avoided the internet for the last couple of days. I don't know any spoilers. I don't know any of that kind of stuff outside of what like Chris Gore said like last week. It's one of them situations where it's like, he said the first episode is great because you literally get to watch Daredevil being Daredevil again. It sounds like that's probably a little bit of a flashback as to what happened, as to why he took off the suit, as to why there's been this kind of like break. But the thing about it is, apparently, it doesn't take very long for him to get right the fuck back into it.
Yeah,
so
that was always a bad choice with Netflix, where like they're not wearing suits. I'm like, suits are kind of the fun part of being a superhero, you cunts.
Right. And that's always the thing is like, and like, I don't think it's the case with this particular actor, but there are other actors who are out there who are like, my face has to be seen X, Y, and Z times. And we're like, no, the fuck it doesn't. We're nerds. We know who's underneath the fucking suit. I don't need Robert Downey Jr. having nanotech so he can take his fucking helmet off in the middle of what should be a fight scene. Don't even get me started with fucking Halo. Holy God in heaven. Talk about a fuck up with that one. Like, you're literally walking into combat and you don't have your fucking helmet on. What? Yeah. So it's one of them situations where it's like, and we know, like in this version, we've already seen it from the trailers and stuff like that he's got multiple versions of the suit and everything else. So he's been at it for a while. Sorry. So it'll be one of them situations where it's like, yeah, like I said, it's still not 100%, still a little under the weather, coughing shit up. I'm still fucked.
I like these glasses also make me look like I'm really fucked up. It's just the rose making it look bad.
No, I dig them too, because they fit for your background. They fit with your outfit. Like, I dig them. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And of course, for some reason, Rumble Studios is being retarded again. And for some reason, the Rumble chat isn't coming in, but that's okay because I got all you fabulous folks out there in the chat anyway.
I'll pop you out so I can. Oh, James! I'm gonna pop you out so I can see you guys.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go.
And those of you on YouTube, if you are watching, you will have to go over and jump over to Rumble because as much as we would very much love to go over and do our watch along, do our review, because this is a watch along review, and completely within the realm of copyright.
Yeah, fair use.
Copyright, fair use. I'm retarded. It's it's in the realm of fair use. The bots are not programmed to recognize that, and even if they were, they would still find something else to peck at. So,
yeah, Sunk is 100%.
You have to jump over to Rumble. Sorry.
Yes. No, you're good. No, I appreciate you taking care of that for me. No, that was great. That was absolutely fabulous. But yeah, so we got Madhouse Retro, another one of our fine channel subscribers, and another veteran brother. Appreciate you. 'Tis good time. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. All right. And then we go see, says, I'm enjoying the thumbnail. I don't blame you. I make my thumbnails the way I do for a reason.
Dude, Punisher was so good in season 2. That entire season could have just been him and Punisher and them dealing justice in very conflicting ways because Punisher kills, Daredevil doesn't. And Daredevil, I really thought it would have been a much better and stronger thing for Daredevil if he went over, hi, Bunny. She had a slip today, so she was not feeling too good, but she came to say hi. You could have had an entire season of them just both dealing justice, and it would have been stronger for Daredevil to have. He had a very kind of lukewarm take when he had his argument with the Punisher the first time, where they're like, if you don't kill them, they're just going to keep coming back. But killing's wrong. And he never really had a strong point to go over and make other than killing's wrong. If you had an entire season of just those two fighting each other, that would have been great of him just no, killing's fucking wrong, and you're wrong to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that absolutely, I agree with you on that one. That would have been absolutely incrediable. And it's one of those other things too. It's that's another reason why I'm cautiously optimistic about Daredevil Born Again, because it's the guy that they didn't get the guy from Daredevil. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the guys from the Daredevil series, but they did get the Punisher series guy. And so it's you're okay, well, at least you got one of the guys that was responsible for some good stuff, and you fired all of the other idiots. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Some good stuff. I remember Daredevil just kind of, not Daredevil, Punisher faffing about a lot. And I'm like, dude, we don't need this. Just have this actor be a fucking stuntman and be a badass and kick the shit out of people. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, and honestly, Brenthal's incredible at that, and we do know beyond a shadow of a doubt because of the trailers and because of some of the teasers that he will be back in this. And if anything, it's he is Daredevil's. Daredevil uses him as an excuse to put the suit back on. There was a really great. Yeah, there was a really great trailer, teaser that came out Monday that was the full conversation between him and he's like, Red, you're only coming to me because we're, and it also lined up with the teaser that we got with him and Kingpin, where it's we're violent people by nature and it's hard for us to put that away. And essentially he goes to Punisher and Punisher's like, Red, you're just coming to see me because you want an excuse to be able to put the suit back on. You want an excuse to be able to punish these people again. You want to put them down. He's like, they're bad people and you're itching to do something about it. And you just want me to tell you it's okay to do it. And it's I'm like, what the fuck happened between those two? If that's the conversation we're having. So apparently that's one of the things we're going to find out.
It sounds a little gay lovery, but
Well, it's a bromance. It's a bromance.
That makes sense. It's just bro, you're just using me as an excuse to go over and say, go fuck that chick. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
I shouldn't, but she's really hot. Yeah, I know she's hot.
Yeah, I know. It's more dude, that's a whale at the end of the night. And you're like, hey, man, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. There ain't nothing else to go home with.
She's gonna key your car. Come on.
Exactly. James Cash is dropping by to say hello before going back to homework. All right, brother. Appreciate you, James. And as always, boys and girls, friendly reminder. Dancing Baby, Dancing Sunker, direct donations. You guys know that. If you want to send $25, I'll show off the horrifying video of Sunker making out with the lizard. All those kind of wonderful things.
I actually do have to go over and get that Making Out with a Lizard song from Greg Gregory. I want to get the full song because there's another person in my life in tabletop who's also trying to bang a lizard. So I need to play that for him.
Oh, that is horrible. That is horrible. James says there were 3 seasons. Season 1 was Kingpin. Season 2 was Punisher, Elektra. Season 3 was Bullseye, Kingpin again, and Born Again. There you go. Yep, absolutely, James. Punisher season 1 was kind of meh. Oh, there you go. There you go. We'll see what happens with this one. And I see you, Hook, over on YouTube. Make sure you jump over to the Rumble. I don't think I've got any of my guys. I don't think I've got any of my... I don't think I've got any of my mods over there. But here you go, Hook. Please jump over to the Rumble because we're going to be watching and doing a watch along for this one. Hook, thank you very much, buddy. But yeah, good to see you, Hook. Glad you made it in over on the YouTube side as well. Halo taking their helmet off pisses me off because more than anything in the universe, Spartans. Sorry, hold on. Spartans aren't supposed to be viewed as human and were never out of their armor, unlike Master Cheeks. Yep. Absolutely, James. Absolutely. Gotta go back to homework. Let me know how the show is. Might watch it if it's good. All right, James. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, my friend. Hopefully it is. I'm hoping it is. I really do. Madhouse Searchers is okay. I'm here. There you go, Madhouse. Glad you made it in, buddy. Glad you made it in. Hold on just one second. So yeah. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to get into it tonight. We're going to get into it tonight as soon as Sunker is back. We're going to get into it tonight. So yeah, like I said, I'm hoping this is good. They've said all of the right things. They've done all of the right things. Like the media, like all of the press tour, like there was a great interview with, D'Onofrio where he was like, he's like the first version of this that we didn't feel right. You had to bring back, Karen Page and Foggy Nelson. You had to have them back. It wouldn't have felt right if they weren't back and like all of that other kind of stuff. So it's like Vincent D'Onofrio himself is like, hey, like I'm really glad we did this redo of everything because he's like it wouldn't have been right without those other characters. It wouldn't have been right. They're family. You know what I mean? And it's like, and he was like, even on the set, he was like, I love these people. I love them. He might be the bad guy, but he was like, I love these actors. And I'm so glad they're here, and I appreciate that.
Well, that's the thing about a team. It's like even though he plays the bad guy, you have to like your team. And they probably had a lot of conversations back and forth behind the scenes and having a lot of fun. Like, okay, I'm going to act this way. How are we going to make this scene work? That's how when you have a good synergy between 2 actors, that's very relevant in the performance. So that's probably what was going on when you had Kingpin, what was it, threatening Karen?
Yeah, Karen Page, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and season 3 was also when Karen got into crack. I think. Or yeah. They repeated the storyline where she was supposed to get into crack and become a crack hoe.
Right, which is kind of like a throwback to the comics too, because Daredevil had a sidekick at one point that kind of got into drugs, and he had to like send him to rehab and shit like that. So I think that's kind of what they were drawing on from that one. But yeah. Well, what's up, Sunny Mittens? Go ahead.
Hello, Sunny Mittens. Well, that was actually back in comic books, back when I watched comic book reviewers. They had a whole bunch of drug PSA stuff. So you had a whole bunch of like sidekicks and stuff, either toying with drugs or getting into hard drugs and all this other stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's an absolute fact. That's an absolute fact. Thank you, Madhouse, for jumping over there and dropping those links, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
But yeah, Sunny and Dreptor05 says hello, just stopping by to see what this stream is about and might come back to see your conclusion because I don't want to be spoiled and I want to see it for myself. All right, fair enough. Fair enough, Draptor. Well, it's okay. You're not going to get spoiled on YouTube because everybody's going to jump over to Rumble. So this is actually a watch along. We're going to watch it together. So Draptor, if you haven't seen it yet and you want to watch it with us, jump over to Rumble. Madhouse dropped the link. Join us over on Rumble, and we'll watch it all together because that's the goal. This is a watch and review. So by all means, come over there. And Sonny, good to see you too as well. Says it's Marvel on how ass the cinematic universe was. There you go. Who'd want to see themselves unless they pirate it? There you go. There you go. Well, that's okay, Sonny. And I trust me, man, I don't blame anybody for pirate. I have talked about this for a long time. Is Disney Marvel has burned a certain portion of their audience that they will never get back. And that's their fault. That is their fault. You know what I mean? And it's just like anything else. Like there are a certain amount of people, like, you know, it doesn't matter how good, it doesn't matter if Marvel changes their ways and they get back to being Marvel again and, you know, make Marvel male again, you know, and all of that kind of fun stuff. It doesn't matter. There's a certain portion of the audience that will never come back. Now, I think Star Wars is in a much worse place, but Marvel has absolutely burned a good portion of their audience and they'll never get them back. Me personally, I want these things to get better again. I got 6 kids. I want to be able to go, hey, this is actually good. This is fun to watch. I want them to get better again. And I'm really hoping that this is the first step in that. Go ahead, Sunker.
Well, you can't, you know, their heart wouldn't be in it if they went over and started making Marvel proper. You know, their heart wouldn't be in it. They would still want to go over and do the other stuff because that's what they were banking on this whole time. It won't feel right, and so even if they did a complete heel turn, babyface turn, face turn, it would still not work because we know you fucking lied and you don't want to make this stuff anymore. So why the fuck would we care?
Right. Yeah, and that's one of the things too. Yeah, it's a lobby pregame. That's pretty much what it is, Sonny. That's pretty much what it is.
Pretty much. You got to jump over to Rumble, and maybe we'll go over and do like a maybe little video of just like what we are afterthoughts with little spoilers.
Called nostalgia, but Disney gives me dismay the moment I see my characters again. Trust me, I'm with you on that one. I am with you on that one. I prefer it and then keep going. The problem is this is my thing. And like, I get that. Trust me. Like everybody's like, I like our dear sweet friend, Jim Bone, right? Absolutely incredible friend of the channel. And he was the guy that helped us out in Vegas and everything else. And Jim Bone's like, I would just rather watch it all burn down. The problem is they can't, it's not going to burn down, right? Disney is too big of a corporation. They own too many properties. They own too many things. Like it's a behemoth, right? It's like, it's just not going to die unless they continue down the woke path, right? And if that's the case, it could have gone bankrupt. It could have gone completely belly up and we could have seen Star Wars sold off to other people. We could have seen Marvel sold off to other people. The problem is Disney has now made a choice. Right. And we heard about this with Pixar, right? There was an IGN article, right? This isn't That Park Place. This isn't Cosmic Book News. This is IGN, right? IGN did an article with a bunch of former Pixar employees that were all pissed off because Disney told them no more gay in children's entertainment. We're not going to do it anymore. We're done with that. We're not doing it. As far as Disney was concerned, that's the reason why Lightyear flopped and everything else. So Disney and someone inside of Disney knows that this LGBTQ alphabet soup mafia, fucking all of that other bullshit is a problem and it doesn't work and it doesn't sell. Well, so here's the thing. And here's the thing about it though, right? If they are really truly trying to change, the only way we will get them to successfully change is if we do praise them for changing, right? If Daredevil Born Again is actually good and they have actually fixed themselves and actually have pulled their head out of their ass, then we need to watch it, review it, because they have listened to us. They have listened to us at the box office. They know they've lost billions of dollars at the box office. They know they've lost billions of dollars on the television shows, right? So if we do not come back in and go, hey, you're doing the right thing. Thank you. You finally fixed your shit. You pulled your head out of your ass. Then the only people they will continue to listen to are the woke psychopaths, right? That's why we have to come back in here and go, hey, did you pull it off? Is it actually good? Is it good? Is there enough talent left inside of Disney to do it? We're going to find out. And that's what we're here for tonight, is to find out whether or not they can actually pull this off. We tried it with DC. We saw Creature Commandos. Sunker and I both thought it was hot fucking garbage, right?
Except
it was very
for one episode.
Except for one episode. That's right. Except for the Batman episode. We thought James Gunn, obviously, it was very clear that he wrote it in 6 weeks. You know what I mean? I'm hoping tonight we'll get something better. Trust me, Sonny, I get you, brother. I absolutely get you. But it's one of those things. If we aren't there to support them when they actually try to do a heel, like a heel turn, like Sunker said, the great wrestling thing, if we're not there to support them when they do a heel turn, then the only thing they're going to get is the other side. The only thing they're going to get is the other side.
I have to look at the terminology. Like a heel turn is when they go evil. There's like a face turn.
Oh yeah, okay, face turn. Okay,
but don't quote me on it. But I like whenever we think about Creature Commandos and really dissect it, we get more mad. It's like, wait a fucking minute. Wait.
We do. Kaio Saber!
Kaio!
Has tipped 50!
Sneaks in. What did you buy a ticket, sir, to sneak in here in this theater?
That's exactly what he says. Says it came sliding in, Baby and Sunker vids when you have a moment. If you'd please have fun with that song when you get it, Serenity. Thanks for the show. All right, we're gonna start a little bit of Daredevil Born Again, give you guys the teaser over there on YouTube, and then before we cut YouTube off, we will show off the Baby and the Sunker videos because you guys are gonna love those. But I do want to get at least a little bit of Daredevil in before we do that. But yes, Kaio Saber, appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. Your average Patriot nerd. I see you as well.
Hello. True Survivor Cinema. Hello. This shirt never stays right. All right. I hear it fine. This is like a little bit like an opening to Batman.
Yeah. Like I'm waiting. Like I'm waiting for like the epic music. Like it does. It feels like Batman, either the original movie or the Batman Returns, where like you've got like that. Like, and you know what? I fucking love those movies. So I'm good with that. Dude, Tim.
Such a good. We'll go over and watch that for another. Is it good? Just
oh, yeah.
all over Tim Burton films.
Oh yeah, dude, we should totally do that as our next palate cleanser. Oh yeah, the OG Batman with Tim Burton movie. Oh, yes. Oh god, that would be so good. Oh yes. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just I do know some about those movies. Just I know some people didn't like how the Penguin was portrayed, and like, yeah, it's not comic book accurate, but at the same time, he's so fucking creepy and weird. I don't care.
Dude, exactly. He's so fucking good. He is such a good Penguin.
It's like you took the Penguin and you mixed him with like Killer Croc or something.
Yeah, and I'm totally here for it. I'm totally here for it. It was so good. Yeah, those movies are so like, oh my god, that's like everybody's like, oh, the Nolan movies were so great, and you're right, the Nolan movies are good, but I'm sorry, like, give me the Tim Burton movies, man. Well, give me the Tim Burton movies over the fucking Nolan ones.
For the Tim Burton, they made the city feel alive, and this city was actually Gotham, and that was actually the whole thing with Gotham. They might be trying to do something similar here with Daredevil, where you look at the city and you'll be able to like, that's Hell's Kitchen. I know exactly what city we're in right now.
Yeah, and I think that's my biggest issue with the Nolan movies is Gotham is supposed to feel like a character in the series, in the show, like in the comic, right? Gotham feels like a character in the comic. They did that really well in Batman the Animated Series. They did that really well in the Tim Burton movies. Whereas with the Nolan movies, it literally just feels like New York City or Chicago. Yeah. Like there's none of that aesthetic that shows you it's Gotham. It's Gotham. You know, you don't get any of that in the Nolan movies.
Like that deco look. Whenever you go to those, like, I don't even know if they have those hotels anymore, but when you go to those old hotels, they have that Art Deco look in the elevators and the hallways, and it feels old. It feels like it came from the 50s or older.
Yeah, or the 20s or whatever it is. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Darth Dave, good to see you. Hello. And True Survivor Cinema says, I feel I need to wear glasses to fit in. You don't need to wear glasses to fit in, but it does certainly help. Like everybody always asks this, is like, it's like, where do you wear sunglasses inside? I'm like, I have 4 giant screens in front of me. Right. So it's not this. It's
looking into the sun.
Yeah, partially it is the aesthetic. I think it looks cool. And of course, I'm ripping off Drinker, which I love Drinker to death. But also like it really does help keep my eyes like safe, because like I have 4 giant screens in front of me and they are burning into my eyes if I don't wear these. Like when I'm editing, like there's a reason why I only edit for a couple hours, because it's like I'm like this and I'm like, oh, it hurts. But I do have eyes. I do have eyeballs. And if you join us on the Bible study on Sundays at 2 p.m., you will get to see my eyeballs for the entire time, because if anything else, I'm absolutely willing to sacrifice my eyeballs for the Lord. But just not for the rest of you. But good to see you, Darth Dave. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you as well. And Kyle Saber and everybody else. And the Bat Jet actually looks right. That's right. Exactly.
Yes.
The hell was that thing in Batman 3? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. All right. We're going to play a little more Daredevil, and then we're going to 86 YouTube.
I love this.
This is really good.
I love this. It's a lot of one of the things with old like Netflix, they don't allow you to breathe, or
Right.
they dither a lot of time on stupid shite. But this is allowing you to breathe. It's an introduction. It's a very good introduction.
100%. And you know what? On that note, we're gonna go ahead and shut the YouTube down, because I just want to let this play. It's really fucking good, the intro so far, and I just want to let it play and not pause it and not stop it for all of like the YouTube rules and everything else. So I appreciate all of you guys over there, your average Patriot nerd, Sonny, and anybody else that might still be lurking and listening over there on the YouTube. Anybody catching it on the replay, I appreciate you guys. Join us over on Rumble for the full watch along, because this is one of the situations where this. So we're only 10 seconds. We're only like a minute in, but so far so good. So fingers crossed, there might still be talent left at Disney. There might still be some talent left at Disney.
It's either there's talent in Disney, or this is a bad boyfriend that got all the chocolates and flowers and they're trying to woo us back. We're going to see.
We are absolutely going to see. Let's hope it's not just the abusive boyfriend that's trying to apologize. Let's hope it's actually good. Let's hope they've actually changed their ways. Let's hope they actually changed their ways.
Maybe.
They're gonna be a nice boyfriend for us from here on out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I love you over there on YouTube. We'll catch you guys later.